Day 4 of my Cambridgeshire police trial. I think that everyone's seeing what's developing. New Zealand, a terrorist attack that will only be described as a monster. Anyone who's watched that footage to see innocent women screaming for help and pleading for help and being massacred. It's disgusting. And I'm already witnessing as journalists, the BBC, Sky, try to link me somehow with this disgusting, cowardly attack. This will now be used as more. I just expect it to come away from everywhere this week. Probably now walk outside court, I'm guessing, by the mainstream journalists. Which I'll wait. i.e. Cambridgeshire Police, is to be there to liaise with other police forces in order to give his expert opinion on who's going to be trouble and who's not. Well, yesterday he was called to the stand where he said that he told Cambridgeshire Police that Tommy Robinson would be no trouble.
2 days ago.
And he told them I would be zero trouble. It was yesterday.
No, that was the Bedfordshire Police yesterday.
The Bedfordshire Police, that's what I said.
Oh, okay, sorry.
The Bedfordshire Police officer was called yesterday, who said Tommy Robinson would be no trouble, he is never trouble, he's not a risk. And he told them that I shouldn't be removed and to leave me, basically. They went against his expert opinion. They went against the manager of the pub's opinion, who told them I'd been no trouble and I was with my children. And they decided against his advice, which he said would cause trouble. So they intentionally tried to provoke a reaction by forcibly ejecting me from an entire city whilst I was out with my children. Something that... Do I think the judge will side with me today? No, I don't. No, I don't, because I believe we have a corrupt system. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. But this morning, we're in court, eh?
Two mosques in New Zealand.
If I told you today, say if I told you today, I was unaware of anything that's happened in New Zealand, would you believe me?
It's been headline national
If
news.
I told you that, would you believe me? Just answer the simple question, please. If I told you that, would you believe me?
I find it unlikely.
Okay, so now I want you to answer one more question. Yesterday, a sergeant police officer, this week, stood on trial in there and said, he's a sergeant who's policed multiple English Defence League demonstrations, he said that. He had no idea who Tommy Robinson was. Do you believe that?
I wasn't in court yesterday.
You won't give your comment on that. You give your comment on the first one. Will you please give your comment on that? Do you believe a sergeant for 14 years in the police force has held multiple English Defence League demonstrations whose first instant would be to told who I was as part of his briefing? Do you believe when he stood on oath and said he had no idea who I was? No? Will you comment?
Yesterday.
Oh, you can't comment on that. Now let me tell you, when jihadis do an attack, they tell you the verse from the Quran that inspired them to do it. You, the mainstream media, and every politician then bend over backwards to say it's got nothing to do with Islam. This monster who committed a completely cowardly attack against innocent people, yeah? This monster wrote a manifesto. In that manifesto, is my name in it? Does he mention me? No, he doesn't. He specifically tells you why he done it. But yet here you are, as the mainstream media, attempting to somehow associate me with a coward on the other end of the planet. How can you do that? Tell me how you do that as a journalist. How do you associate me with that? How are you doing that? Please tell me.
Just ask you for your reaction.
No, but please. Okay, so when there's an Islamic terrorist attack, you go stand outside every mosque and ask the imam that follows the same book as the terrorist. I don't follow the same book as this white supremacist. In fact, for 10 years, I've called out white supremacy. The same as I've called out Islamic extremism. Any supremacy I've called out. But yet here you are as a journalist trying to associate my name somehow with the murder of 49 innocent people. You're a coward. Your journalism is a disgrace.
Condemn these attacks.
Did you not hear what I said? I said he's a coward and a monster who has massacred a lady on the floor whilst begging for help. Your journalism is disgraceful that you've even asked me. You're trying to associate me somehow with that. Have you read his manifesto?
I've looked at his Facebook page.
Have you read his manifesto?
Someone.
Does he mention me?
Not personally.
No, so what does he mention for his reasons for doing this attack? He gives multiple reasons. So when you talk about the reasons, again, like Darren Osborne commits a terrorist attack, he tells you all why he's done it, yet you try and divert the attention to me somehow. This is exactly what you're doing now. This man has told you why he's done it. Unfortunately, as I've tried to plead and prevent, these attacks are going to happen. You have to stop it. But instead of stopping it, he gives the compact immigration policy as one of the reasons. He gives Rotherham as one of the reasons. I didn't rape any girls in Rotherham. That wasn't me. I didn't take 1,400 children as slaves. That wasn't me. So you're a coward for even trying to do that, and your journalism is absolutely disgusting.